Well, glad to have you back at the show. Yeah, just joining us. Do remember that you can be part of the conversation. It's an interactive show. Keep reminding our viewers about that. So you can head up to our social media pages across all platforms at the Rave TV channel. Use the hashtag #Rave and send in your messages. And again, to remind you, there's a WhatsApp number meant for only messages. You could quickly type in your messages and send to us as usual. We expect a lot from our viewers that, after all, the show is all about you. As I mentioned earlier on, yes, grassroots governance is a very important one, I must say, because for lots of people, they consider it the closest to the community. And of course, people accept the fact that, governance actually starts from that level or that tier of governance. And the good thing is that earlier this year, since last year, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu seems to have tilted a bit to local government when he kept on talking about their financial autonomy. Lots of talk about having them doing a lot, in helping out the people and, of course, putting trust in their governance as we go along in developing the country. And this morning, yes, since at the end of the year, we'll be looking at our own primary constituency, the Olowo Ojuwoye Local Government Development Council. And of course, joining us this morning is the Executive Chairman of the Olowo Ojuwoye LCDA, talking about Honorable Razak Ajala Olushola. Or did I call it the wrong way? Where should I start from? Okay, it's usually called Razak Olushola Ajala. Good morning.
Good morning.
A well-known figure, not just in the Mushin or the Ojuwoye area, all over Lagos, because, he's someone which everybody looks forward to when you're talking about local government, grassroots governance. And he's here to talk about that particular subject as concern the Olowo Ojuwoye LCDA. Yes, I would say congratulations to you, because going around when you ask about Honorable Ajala, everybody says the same thing. No, he's a man we can trust. He's someone that we know, is taking us forward as usual. But then when you look at local government governance, using your own model, how have you been able, to draw the people closer to you? One, not just in all sector, even the business community in Ilukpeju, everybody refers to you. Everybody wants to work with your administration. Have you been able to do that? What kind of method would you say you have used in order to endear everyone around that community to your administration?
I think there is first of all, let me thank and appreciate you for bringing me on board to share my thought and contribute to grassroots governance. So, as in response to your question, of course, there is no method that we have adopted in Olowo Ojuwoye Local Council Development that other local government or SCD have not done so. But to me, I believe that the whole essence of establishing local government system is to bring governance closer to the grassroots. And I believe that what actually informed the decision of the drafter of the constitution is that they know that our people, they don't live in the air, they live in one community or the other. So if truly we want them to see the impact of governance, and to see the difference between democracy and other form of government, most especially meritocracy, I think the most veritable platform we can leverage on to bring governance closer to the doorstep of our people is through local government system. And in doing that, you cannot isolate yourself. You must resonate your program, your policies, and project with the actual needs of the people. Not only that, you must also identify all the relevant stakeholders within your community and come up with a progressive approach of interacting with them, of engaging with them. And don't forget, I was born and raised in the local council development area. So I know their expectations. I know their needs. I dine and wine with them. And one of the things that can make you to remain relevant in the political architecture of your community is by giving everyone that sense of belonging, sense of importance. So any program or anything you intend to do, you must adopt bottom-up development strategy by carrying them along so that they will own it. Once they own it, whether you are there or you are not there, they will be in a better position to contribute to the reason behind the policies you formulated or the programs or the projects you executed. They will even be the one that will be defending you. You get it? So to answer your question, what we are doing is that we know that we are local government and we ensure we carry everyone.
That's a method. Honorable said that is quite a special method, I must say, because if you look at it, that's what our governance is all about, And as I mentioned earlier on, we've seen how people endear themselves to you, But let's talk about some of the key projects. It seems as if in Odiolowo Ojuoye LCDA, the youth have a special place in your administration, and everything seems to, a lot of your project seems to go towards them. We've been to your skill acquisition, the bursary distribution, They just recently, the debate and quiz competition that you have, How interested is it? When you look at your focus on youth and education, is there any reason why you decided that this is the path that you want to go through?
First, it is important to emphasize that everyone in the economic basket of the local government are carried along, whether you are youth, whether you are women, whether you are men. To us, like I said, to us, we believe that our political philosophy is common pool for common benefit, which simply means that we are conscious of the fact that this money belongs to everyone. We are only holding it in trust for them. And in spending that money, we must ensure that everyone have a taste of the pie we have in the basket of the local government. But as it relates to our focus on the youth, we agree with me that youth, they constitute almost 70% of the local population. So therefore, this important segment of the population, we cannot treat them with disdain or as if they are inconsequential to our continuous relevance. So we must give them a special place, particularly since they are the future of our community, they are the future of our state, they are the future of our country. After all, I was once a youth. Anyway, you said that. At 52, I'm still a youth. You said that. You get it. I was once a youth. It was because the government of those period, they give us all the necessary support. That was the reason why we are able to attain the height we are now. So when we have the opportunity to be there now, we must not only, but we must be seen to be working in that direction, so that when those people you call youth today, when they become adult, they will also look back and say that when HRA happened to be the chairman of the local government, these are some of the interventions that he did that contributed to the height they will definitely be on the economic ladder of the country. And one of the potent tools we can deploy to achieve that is through education. Education and education. I'm not talking of only education, I'm talking of qualitative and functional education. So we agree that most of our interventions are permanently targeted towards redirecting the focus of our youth to see education as the most veritable platform they can leverage on to achieve or to realize their dream. And of course, there are some of our youth that their focus is on the skills. So we are also creating platforms for them to be able to acquire the right skills that will be useful for them. And we also have some youth that their own focus in on sports. So instead of allowing them to use their bubbling energy to unleash terror on the innocent resident of the local government, realizing that we have a lot of talent within this space, we create a platform to promote and to project them to the world and to redirect their energy to something productive and something that will be of mutual benefit to them and the larger society. So that is some of our intervention.
All right. Victor, before you comment, I just have to tell our viewers that you've got to send messages right now. And this is a wonderful opportunity, especially for those within the motion and Odiolowo Ojuoye LCDA. Please send your message. You can ask certain questions to Honorable Ajala, who is here with us, and I guess that he'll be able to answer some of your questions as well. Go ahead, Victor.
Chairman, let's talk about feedback. You've done quite a few things in the LCDA. What are some of the success stories that you've gotten thus far?
There are a lot of success stories. I recall sometimes last year, upper year rather, we did talent hunt. One of the participants in that competition is currently in South Africa. And he told me that he was invited on the basis of his performance during Odiolowo Ojuoye Talent Hunt program. That is one. We have a lot of the product of the local council development that they are presently in tertiary institutions that they couldn't have gotten admission if we have not given them the opportunity to obtain our GC programs, give them JAM form, and not stop there. We also support their parents by giving them financial support in form of bursary awarded so that they can realize their academic dream. We have hundreds of people because every year we did free 250 GC form, and we did it in such a way that they don't need to know anyone within the government before they can benefit. We conduct qualifying exam that will be conducted and supervised and marked by the representative from Nigerian Union of Nigerian Union of Teachers. So 80% of the beneficiaries of our annual GCE form are picked on merit, while the remaining 20% will be given to all the relevant stakeholders within the local council development area. Look at the ongoing digital marketing program that we are doing in Odiolowo Ojuoye local government. We have 2 ICT centers, one at Ajishegiri, another one at Adeleye Primary School. And as we are talking, we have over 500 participants in that. This is a program that if they decide to go to ICT center, they will pay as high as 500,000. And that is apart from other ICT related programs that we've been doing in the last 2 years. Next week, we are graduating over 600 ICT graduate from our two centers. So there are a lot of feedback that we've been getting from the beneficiaries, from their parents, and I think this has contributed greatly to the level of acceptability that we have gotten within the local council development area and beyond. We are in the area of social media. So most of the people that they don't even reside within the local government, they see what we are doing, they hear what. When I was coming now, I saw our school bus conveying students from home to school, and from school they convey them back. And this is something we've been doing for the past 7 years. Get it? We have 2 56-seater buses that are dedicated for the purpose
of doing that. Of students, to get home.
Yes.
Reducing the cost.
Not only reducing need, also supporting parents. Do you know what it will cost to move from Ibioro to to Lukweju,
Lukweju.
back to every day. It's about 800 naira.
Sorry,
that is what local government is taking off from the parents.
Victor, do you mind reading the question or the comment from our WhatsApp page?
Well, all right, going there, we have Shola from Ilukbeju. She says, Honorable, good morning. It's really impressive what you have done in the local government. Sir, I hope the next chairman continue from where you stop. That is Shola.
Before we talk of who will take over for where you stop, let's just look at some of your project intervention as well. Intervention project, no doubt it's been very hard in the country, hardship, and we've seen the cost of food and everything gone up. But recently, some months ago, you did that subsidized markets for a lot of people. And of course, we also saw the distribution of palliatives to the vulnerables and the rest. How successful would you say that project is? And when you look at it in view of helping to ease the burden on many households?
In terms of the word successful is relative, but if we are to go by the numbers of people that benefited from that initiative, you see, it's successful. But looking at the number compared to the population, you may say no. And we have a lot of things that are competing for the resources of the local government. So, and the major challenge we have as a local government is lack of adequate funding. Lack of adequate funding. To me, selling food at subsidized rate it shouldn't be the destination. The destination is for local government to have our own farmland where we'll be cultivating food crops and selling it to the people, maybe bi-weekly, maybe monthly. That is more sustainable. Sure. But taking our money, go to the market, buy, sell, is not sustainable because that money we are taking to the market have other compelling programs or projects that are also competing for the. So going forward, the ultimate objective is that we have discussed it at the ESCO, and I believe that whoever that is coming after us will continue from where we stop. To make it sustainable, we must acquire land, engage. Look, let's go back to land. Let's take our boys that are roaming the streets, our girls that are roaming the street. Let's take them to the farm. To start farming. Let the government start buying it from them and selling it to the residents of the local government. But honestly speaking, look at the numbers of people who participated in it. In terms of that, it was huge success. But to me, I believe that we've not gotten to where we should be, and the destination is for the Odolo local government to have a land, to have a farmland we call Odolo farmland, where we are going to engage our youth to support government in achieving food security.
All right.
A few lots of messages. Lots of messages. Go ahead.
So this was from Toby from Ishein. She says, "Good morning, Ishein." All right. Good morning, Honorable. Ishein Street. A few years ago, you did a show called Talent Hunt. So when are you doing such show again? And she says, my sister was a beneficiary of it. So when next are you doing that? Just a quick answer to that one.
Next year.
All right. I had it next year. Good morning, Honorable. It is now that I believe in your vision and focus. I used to think it was a waste of resources. How would our kids be going to school or have quality education if you weren't proactive by creating free buses to take them to school, fixing the schools and paying for some fee? This government would have shown us Shege Pro Max. May Allah continue to guide your path and thoughts. Rabi Kazim from Ojuwoye. And talking about empowering the youth, Honorable, there are lots of certified graduates who are skilled but jobless. What's your plan to help salvage the situation?
Unfortunately, you didn't leave your name behind,
Yeah.
but of course.
Let me just say this. I think it is important for us to know that acquiring tertiary education is not the end, it's the means to an end. The end is beyond certification, we should acquire right skills that we can leverage on to become an employer of labor rather than seeking for employment. Of course, I know that people will say that, where are we going to get the start-up capital? Get it? early this year rather, we introduced what we call free loan, zero interest loan of 100 million for the resident of the local government. Our people came with a series of different ideas, and based on that, they are giving money. Do you know that as we are talking, some people that benefited from that initiative, they have not paid back. And it was done in such a way that they have 12-month calendar month to pay back at zero interest rate. And you now ask me what informed it. Like I told you, I live and dine with our people. I know how people go to Lapo, Pomulilanta, they give loan to them at exorbitant interest rate, as high as 10% per month, 15% per month.
That's right.
I would believe that, look, as a government, let's come into this space. Let's look at what we can do. And we came up with that initiative. They collected the money. But you see, the mentality of some of us that collected the money, these are all shouting. I think for God's sake, we need to show better patriotism.
Yeah, sure.
We need to pay back, because if you
But
don't
do you have data of those kind of people? What's the effort in ensuring that, because if they continue, others might say, and they're denying others
they are
of the right to
we are going to start enforcement as from this week.
Okay,
We
wonderful.
start the enforcement as from this week.
Okay.
In fact, some of them will personally go to their house.
They go to the
Because I didn't collect any collateral from them. What we use is, we call it communal collateralization. The people within the community, they are the people that stand. So then we go to those people that stand for them. Because if they don't pay back, it will automatically deny others from
accessing the loan
and it will prevent the sustainability
of such a program.
Such program.
Yeah.
So what I'm just saying is that we know the era will come in time with the reality that the era of national cake has gone. We must learn how to bake by ourselves. And one of the potent tools we can leverage on is by acquiring skills. One form of skills or the other. Nobody can. Look, there are opportunities out there. We only need to put on our thinking cap and glasses to identify those opportunities and
grab it.
I
wish we had more time. But congratulations again to the Sports Fiesta. The Sports Fiesta, annual festival, has ensured that every year you have young talents who even go as far as on the global stage, competing for prizes and the rest. And I would say that's another wonderful initiative from Honorable Ajala and his administration concerning how to help the youth out there. I really wish we had more time. We would have gone on and on. But let's quickly take this call. Someone is calling in, and I guess you want to ask your question to Honorable Ajala. Go ahead. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? Justina is on the line. Go ahead, Justina. We lost our calls. But of course, you can keep your messages coming in towards us. We'll direct them to Honorable Ajala's office, and of course, you will get your reply on anything you want to ask. But because for time, we just have to wrap it up. Thank you very much, Honorable
Razak
Ajala, for joining us this morning. He's the Executive Chairman of the Odulowojuoye Local Council Development area. And we hope to have you again, hopefully maybe next year or before this year runs out, who knows. Honorable Ajala might just grant us another opportunity of sitting down here with him. Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
And we'll continue to wish you the best going forward.